Aloha, I'm Chaplain William Taguchi. I'm the Wing Chaplain at Holloman Air Force Base, the beautiful desert resort. We have a lot of beach, it's just that we're kind of missing the water. But even in the midst of this beautiful oasis that we live in, called Holloman Air Force Base, in the dorms we have a coffee house that's second to none. And first of all, I want to thank the people who made it possible to be able to have the coffee house from its beginning to its end, to its completion, where we can all enjoy it. I got a list here this long. Please do not get bored. And if you are, I apologize, but you know what? I'm a preacher. What do you expect? But anyway, just as a close-up look at the names I'm going to kind of read, I just want to show you, I want to thank the people who made this possible. First of all, I want to thank our wing commander and the former command chief, Colonel David Crum, as well as Chief Master Sergeant, our command chief, Gerald Tapia, for the dynamic support they have given our coffee house. They're able to fund it, support it, encourage it to where we have it today. And I know, Chief Tapia, you're no longer here, but you're not forgotten. And when you get a chance, come and take a look for yourself, the coffee house, so that you'll be able to see the great work that's been put into it because of your support, and Colonel Crum. The other thing is that I want to say thank you for Command Chief James Patry for his continuous support. He has not only continued to back our coffee house up, but also if there's anything we need, he's always there to support us. So thank you very much. At the very beginning, we had great support from our CE leadership. And I just want to mention a few names. And for the commander, Lieutenant Colonel Olamacher, Chief Wild, Senior Master Sergeant Miles, the first shirt, Master Sergeant Nelson. And I do want to recognize a couple POCs I have, and who's been the brunt of the great heavy work we had. At the very onset, we had Chaplain Kelly Stahl, and who's helped with from the very beginning, trying to help procure, locate, and finally to where we have our building, where we have our coffee house today. And also, not to mention, Erin DeRoy. She's our coffee house director, and what's amazing about her is that she's not only a gourmet coffee maker along with Chaplain Stahl, who's also outstanding, but also she's also a construction worker. She knows how to pave, to do plumbing work, to do electric work, and all that stuff all wrapped in one. And she's a great orchestrator. So I want to thank Chaplain Stahl and Miss Erin DeRoy for their outstanding work in their leadership. And among these people here, I want to share some list of key people that has made this a possibility to where we have today in our coffee house. John and Ann DeRoy, by the way, that's Erin DeRoy's parents, if you haven't figured it out. Joe and Ann Bringinger, Gary and Laura Richards, David and Elise Kunihiro, Keith and Terry Bullard, Mike McGuire, Sheena Ross, Wes Cozier, Doug Shafroth, Aaron Dickerson, Michael McCoy, Autumn Walker, known as Pepper. Matthew Leonard also has a nickname called Lenny. By the way, they're really great in what they do in the making of the coffee. Angelo Matthew Ketchon, known as Beloved Q. Isn't that somebody from Star Trek? Anyway, but Q has been an awesome guy, encourager, supporter, and a great help at the coffee house. Q, thank you very much for your hard work too. And I also want to thank you for the entire main crew from the dorms, but also from CE, I just want to list some names. Staff Sergeant William Russell, Tech Sergeant Michael Saleh, who's right now in Guam, by the way. Hello, brother. You're still in another island. You're not at home in Hawaii, but Guam is beautiful, as you know already. So we have not forgotten about you, but thank you for your hard work, Mike. Mr. Timothy Lang, Mr. Mark Denny, Mr. Joseph Cruz, Airman First Class Cruz Serrano. By the way, I'm running out of wind, so I'll take a breather for a second. Okay, I'm ready next. Senior Airman Quentin McDaniels, Senior Airman Alex Lazor, Staff Sergeant Kurt Figueroa, Staff Sergeant Paul Kwok, Senior Airman Justin Barling, Staff Sergeant Daryl Braswell, Airman First Class must be tongue-tied already, Airman First Class Annie Austin, Staff Sergeant Kevin Dysart, Senior Airman Jake Kinslow, and Airman First Class Reynold McCord. Thank you very much from CE. You know, you've done awesome work, and whenever we need help, you're always there to help us out. Thank you. And all the volunteers that have stepped forward to help us really make this beautiful coffee house. But you know, behind the scene, I have great people at the chapel that's made this possible. And I just want to mention a few names here to recognize and say thank you for my staff from previous years to where they're at now. We have now on our staff. Chaplain Major Bob Monago, we call him Father Bob, who's now at Turkey. He is very instrumental in the development of the coffee house. Chaplain Matthew Boyd, he's now in Lackland, Texas, but also he's been very instrumental as far as the initial part of working with the YMCA in El Paso to be able to support our coffee house today, financially, as well as hiring our coordinator, which is Aaron DeRoy. So thank you very much for making it possible. Also, we have Chaplain Kelly Stahl, I mentioned earlier, Chaplain Richard Boyd, Master Sergeant Keith Holycross, who is now, and yes, you heard right, Holycross. Sounds like a chaplain, right? Good name for a chapel. Master Sergeant Keith Holycross is now at Herbert Field. Is an awesome guy. We miss you a lot. So hope you are able to hear, you know, our thank yous for all the stuff you did for us. Are my new NCOIC Tech Sergeant Tina Klinkert, Tech Sergeant Darrell Williams, Staff Sergeant Joshua Harvardson, Staff Sergeant Selena Valdez, our Nikki Flores, our secretary, Betty Nospich, our financial administrator, Carmen Morales, Lori Armstrong, and mentioned earlier is also Laura Richards, who is our coordinators. You know, all these people have worked hard to make it possible, and I want to especially thank Tech Sergeant Williams, Darrell Williams, for the additional step, for additional work late at night, try and make sure that the funding is properly processed correctly. Thank you very much for your hard work, Darrell. And thank you for the staff here at the chapel, because you know, without you behind the scene, none of it out there at the coffee house would have been possible. The coffee house's name is Refuel Cafe, and more important is that this coffee house is for you. I hope you enjoy it, and more important is that this belongs to you. Please use it and enjoy it. And all the beverages that's there, and the reason why it's given free and you don't have to pay for any of the beverages is because it's provided by the chapel Tithes and Offering. The people at the chapel cares for you so much that on our collection plate, we send it forward to pay for all the beverages and the ingredients that they need here in the coffee house. Thank you for your support. God bless you, and aloha.